What's good, YouTube? It's your boy datkidonstayjubie back in the video today. We got another reaction, you dig me? We got another reaction. Today we're gonna be reacting to what rappers bought with their first check. You know what I mean? Now you're gonna see the stupid purchases that they made just with their first little cash out. You dig me? But look, if y'all do enjoy the videos your boy put out, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. You feel me? Follow your boy on the gram right on there. You feel me? datkidonstayjubie. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Let's get it.
Finally lands a huge deal that really starts to bring in endless money for them to blow. It's completely ridiculous when it comes to the first thing they buy with that fat check. When A$AP Rocky was first started to take off, he landed the deal with RCA pretty quickly. And while we don't have the numbers for a fact, the deal was rumored to be worth around $3 million, which is plenty of money to throw away whatever Rocky wanted to at the time.
Some slight.
With MTV, he was actually asked what he spent a huge advance on from the deal, and in response he said he blew through almost all of it exclusively on expensive ass clothes. His words, not mine. One of the most expensive pieces of clothing that he copped with his newfound wealth, which he picked up for the small price of around $9,000. While the majority of the advance in his contract went towards designer clothes collection, he actually did make another purchase to celebrate signing the contract right after he landed the deal. In an interview with liveabout.com, Rocky was asked what the very first thing he bought was after signing, and he said, bottle of Cristal. That was it. None of the diamonds, nothing like that. I didn't buy no car or nothing like that. I still got work to do. You gotta wonder why he told this interview that all he bought was a bottle of Cristal, but he told MTV he blew all of his money on clothes. I don't know, man. Regardless, Rocky's first purchases are surprisingly pretty tame.
$8 million on clothes,
January 2019, the baby cemented himself as one of the largest rising rappers in the game. He signed a huge deal with Interscope. For most of his rap career, he's been pretty dedicated to the idea of sticking to being independent and not needing to sign to a major label in order to get his name out there. But when he was asked on The Breakfast Club about why he chose to sign with Interscope, he had this to say: "It was just time. I just thought I'm that caliber of artist too. I come up with so much. I bring so much to the table. I feel like at some point, you gotta get that machine behind you, because at the end of the day, there's too much money up there at the big dogs." Basically, they couldn't compete with rappers who were already signed with big labels. So after signing this huge deal with Interscope, you might think the baby just went out and dropped 50 bands on shoes and chains, but in reality, he actually chose to spend his newfound wealth in a different way. Throughout 2019, the baby popped up in the news multiple times for giving money to those in need in his hometown of Charlotte, buying hundreds of dollars of Girl Scout cookies from some Girl Scouts, literally giving the cookies back, helping out a struggling homeless mom who knits hats by buying one of her hats for $1,000, and just numerous other ways that the baby chose to get back to his city. Considering he didn't start blowing up until his late 20s, the baby surely knows what it was like to have to work hard to pull yourself out of a struggle. It's pretty wholesome to see him help some folks out. In 2018, Lil Baby made a name for himself as one of the biggest up-and-coming stars. He landed the Atlanta-based label QC, the same label that signed other big Atlanta names like Lil Yachty and Migos. And although we don't have much information on the details of the deal, we can assume he made a pretty good amount off the signing, considering some of the crazy stuff he bought not too much later. Since his breakout in 2018, he's appeared in a few different YouTube series to flex his wealth. He appeared in Sneaker Shopping with Complex, where he browsed the store in downtown Atlanta while being interviewed. In the video, he purchased all kinds of sneakers and designer clothes. Two of the shirts that he bought cost him $743 and $619 alone. At the end of the video, it was revealed that he dropped it for $3,000 in the store. Baby also appeared on GQ to show off his insane jewelry collection. He showed off multiple iced out pieces, including two watches worth $55,000 and $60,000 respectively, a chain that he dropped $35,000 on, which compared to some of the other rappers' chains is actually a pretty good deal. The most expensive piece that he showed off in the video was his massive QC chain, which he said cost him somewhere around $100,000. So it's safe to say that when Lil Baby realized he was making it big, he could ball out a little bit. That didn't take long at all for Trippie Redd's career to take off. 2017, when he decided he wanted to pursue a rap career, he had a lot of friends to try to get that started. That same year, he was signed to a label known as Strange Entertainment. Since then, he's moved on to become even bigger, signing to Universal. And things don't seem to be slowing down for Trippie just yet. Just to put into perspective how successful his career has already been, he got to start in 2017, and by March 2018,
Trippie been popping for a cool minute,
which is the same couple for a rapper so new to the game. Trippie also made a claim in the same video that with his newfound money, one of the first things that he did was buy his mom a new house for $300,000. While some people saw Trippie's post as being a sign that he was showing appreciation for his mom and giving back to someone he loved now that he's successful, not everyone saw it that way. 6ix9ine, who had been feuding with him for a long time, took to Twitter and called Trippie a liar, saying he rented his mom Tanya an apartment in Ohio, shaking my head. And his album sold into 10,000 copies. Flop. And while some 6ix9ine fan probably took his side and believed Trippie was lying, others are willing to believe Trippie's story, especially when Trippie's mom eventually came out and confirmed that not only did he give her $50,000 as a Mother's Day gift, he also paid $400,000 in cash for a new house. You can either believe Trippie's mom or you can believe 6ix9ine. Moneybagg Yo has been steadily rising in the rap game, getting signed to Yo Gotti's label Collective Music Group in 2016. And while we don't have much information regarding what he bought immediately after being signed, we do know some of the stuff that he's bought since then as a result of his growing success. In 2018 for Valentine's Day, he decided to treat himself to something nice to celebrate the release of his
He
purchased a brand new red Rolls Royce Wraith.
Double R, Wraith, stars in the top, man.
It seemed like he had no room for a special somebody to spend money on his life. That's not actually true. Since in 2019, he said in an interview after the release of his project Forever Heartless that he purchased a new dog from Meg Thee Stallion, who was his girlfriend at the time. He even purchased some more stuff recently in 2020 after the release of his album Time Served. He dropped big bands on his new girlfriend and the rest of his entourage by buying everyone brand new Bread Gang chains as a way to celebrate the release of his album. And while it was pretty cool money back,
there's no way you can buy your whole squad at the chains, bro.
The baby mama, who goes by Juicy Baby on social media, blasted him for leaving her out of the celebrations and not getting her a chain. In 2017, NBA YoungBoy signed a 5-year, 5-album record deal with Atlantic Records for a reported amount of $2 million. And although the deal's been criticized for not being worth enough for YoungBoy, with some saying that he got screwed over, it's still a pretty good come up considering he was only 17 at the time. Compared to A$AP Rocky, who wanted to be subtle with how much he spent his first checks on, and the baby who wanted to get back, YoungBoy went all out. If I was 17 and just signed a $2 million deal, I'd be balling out too. What's the best way to ball out? Of course, buying a baby tiger. Shortly after being signed and released from prison, YoungBoy posted a video on Instagram of his new pet tiger. Some estimate a baby tiger costs somewhere around $3,200 on its own, and it could cost a lot to take care of considering the amount tigers eat as they get older. YoungBoy also, unsurprisingly, caught a lot of flack for this video for various reasons. But even if you having an animal like that as a pet is cool.
Well, no, I've never seen about the tiger.
Outside of a few states, it's super illegal to own wild animals like this. The video of YoungBoy holding the tiger has been removed from Instagram, and in 2018, some news came out that the tiger may have actually been taken from him. Dog, you know what I'm buying as soon as I sign my deal, get my first check? Bro, I'm going to Taco Bell. I'm buying out the whole dollar menu. I'm getting a 12-pack of Cinnabons. I'm getting 4 cheesy gordita crunches. You know what?
Wow.
No, I'm just gonna buy the whole Taco Bell.
Alright, man. That was rappers, what they bought with their first check, you feel me? Still YB by the tiger, bro. That's crazy. I remember seeing that too. You know what I'm saying? That's I want to see what, you feel me, what Drake did, cause, you know, Drake, that boy's out there, you feel me? Like, if he's not a billionaire, he's close to it, you feel me? Kanye a billion, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to see what they did, you feel me? How they spend their money. But look, if y'all did this video, y'all did, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I got another reaction to do for y'all, you feel me? So I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Peace.